Welcome back everyone to Salt Marsh and Welstopia, where today we are back into the main village and I want to look at what to do with the underground area. The main part of the village is of course above ground. This is where we'll have our fishing boats and everything to do with fishing, and there will also be some agriculture going on to help supplement the diet of the people over here. The question is, though, what about trade? We do have the traders up here, and they'll, of course, have some trading of fish and the like, but there's one commodity that isn't taken into account with it being a fishing village, and that is, of course, the string trade. We have this spider farm up in here, and most likely someone is going to get silk from it and use that silk in order to make various commodities. And that's probably one of the major trade items for this area. Yet, the string trade, getting the string and all that stuff, is probably something that came into the village after it had been a fishing village. We had the original village up here, we had the farms, we had the fishing area and all that stuff, and now someone discovers the spider farm and a silk trade. What's that going to do to the village? Most likely, someone's going to decide that we need to take advantage of this new commodity, since it'll help with external trading and all. Since we'll think of silk as being a rare commodity. I know in the Minecraft world that's probably not really true, but from the lore perspective, let's think of it as being a rare commodity. One of the problems that they had with the wizard that built this haunted house over there is that he was attempting to undercut their profits from the silk, because he had his own source of silk, as you can see. Now, he was mainly interested, of course, in the spider eyes for his alchemy work, but he was, of course, paying for that stuff by selling silk. So you can see the type of little trade disputes that could happen in this area. Now, since the silk is, of course, mined down here, we are most likely going to get a little bit of a community that's down here, because there's not enough room upstairs for it. I'm just going to turn this into a little bit of a sub-village, both because it's underground and because it's a part of the larger village. And in light of that, I think that our village hall is most likely going to be down here, because we could have a nice stone walled area that's less likely to be damaged by fires or anything like that down here, and probably some spells or something like that to help to conserve the paper and all. And up here, then we have all our regular day-to-day business. This naturally means that we are going to need some sort of entrance here. This will be our village hall, probably split in what it does. We have the entrance in here, then we go downstairs and it'll split to the village hall functions, which could be right here. And we could then have the homes for the silk production all the way in here. We don't want to say you have to go through the hall itself in order to get to the silk production. The first thing I need to do, though, is to allow this to bring us downstairs, because right now you're bumping your head against the ground here, and we don't want to upset the ground. I'm going to create some stairs that are going to go down here around, how about starting right around here? That way we can go down and under. The question is, though, do we want to have a building around this, or would walls do? Too bad we don't have the new 1.14 walls yet. let's begin by getting rid of this. The fence here was put mainly to protect what was under there until we came up with a permanent solution for it. And this is just what naturally generated through the game, and I want to come in this way, which means that we want to dig out a little bit here. We'll probably fill in some of that stuff so that things are more fitting, shall we say. Or I should say fit better might be a better way of putting that. Now let's go up here, then go here. Good and good. See how that works. Alright, I think that will work. Though we will want our little road here to be 3 wide, I think, because that's what we have there. 3 wide over there, and I think that would be perfect. This is the result. I think that works. We may have to tweak that a little bit. This puts us down 1 level, maybe down 2 levels, so we'll have this layer of dirt and then below that a layer of stone, which means I'll dig us down 1 more before I really get to start doing what we need to do. Now we'll need some protection for the compound, and that's where these cobble fences come into play. I think I would have preferred a different type of wall. That's a wall, not a fence. And if they were available, but as I said earlier, that's something that won't be until 1.14, and I want to build this now. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go, 2 this way, 2 that way, then wall comes down. There you go. There is our little wall to go around. Now, can I put a gate in here that works? There you go. 1 nice gate. And now I just need a bunch of torches to put around it to make sure that everything is nice and lit up. I always like to have 1 around there. Just so. I wonder how iron bars will look on top of this. That does mean changing that slightly. Make it look like it's a little bit more protected even. We'll have to see. The disadvantage of this is that it kills the idea of using torches all around, which means I have to do something else for lighting. If this is going to be a relatively rich and upper class area, maybe they could have some redstone lamps? Yes? With the daylight sensor on top, of course. This is how it looks. This is, of course, the wall with the fencing, and when it is nighttime, the lights will turn on. Then now we can have some stone wall bricks that are going to be acting as our ceiling through here. Just want to make sure that everything looks all fine here. And also, of course, as our stairs, because of course you're going to use stairs for stairs, right? And this will take care of that. Now can I get up and down? Good. All is nice and perfect. Then we could fill that in with stone blocks. That could give us our ceiling. And I think there will be a great deal related to stone bricks and the like, because I think that really looks nice here. Then we can, where, where are they? Where did I put them? I put them right here. Good. Dirt for that one. All these little things you want here and there. Don't throw the sword away, especially if I get attacked by spiders or something like that. Especially the spiders, since Bane of Arthropods, it comes in handy for when you run into those things. There you go. Nice. My current path through here is made of wood, but I think that we should... Ooh, iron. We can't refuse that, can we? No way! Now, where was I? Yes, instead of using a floor of wood, since we are going to say that this is an area of some wealth, or at least prestige, we are going to instead use diorite and granite. I want to see how this looks before we decide this is the final thing. Now, it would be much better if we had stairs and slabs that were made from diorite and granite, but not until 1.14. Yeah. And that'll probably be a while. But in the meantime, we'll just put this in here. Good. Actually, how's this look in the new texture pack? Yeah, that works. I think that works quite well. Then I better fill this in before some monster decides that's a perfect place to spawn. Good. Alas, no stairs there, but I could put some stone stairs there in the time being until 1.14 comes out, so I could turn around and then head there. Good. Let's place this here for now. We can worry about stairs later. One of the reasons I want to create this section now is because I want a complete map of my base right here. And when I say a complete map, I mean a 5x5 map that includes everything at the minimum scale that you could have it. Therefore, I have here 25 leather, and I'm going to combine that with a bunch of sticks. I need a lot of sticks in order to do this, aren't I? How many sticks can you get out of this? Quite a lot. How many do you need? Item frame. 8, I suppose that makes sense. Yes, that gives me 9. Now I just need a lot more. There you go. 25 item frames. Now I need to get 25 maps to go with it. That's going to take 25 compasses, lots of paper, well, and redstone, because you need redstone to turn the iron into the compasses. So yes, that's going to take a bit of work. Fortunately, I do have quite a bit of sugarcane, so at least I can get all the paper that I need. I created a map right at the center point there, which means that I now have the center of the base within the map. I'll just go off on each edge like this and create a new map, so that when I'm done, I should have a map of all 25 sectors. See how the second one looks. Good. Just go fill that in and I'll be ready to start placing them on the wall in no time. I have the first 5 done. Let's put them in here and see how they look. That's the... Oh, because I put the wrong one in there. So this one is the one that goes there. And then we have... Doing this is like putting together a little bit of a puzzle. That one looks like it's above that, right there. Good. And then we have this one, which is... I'll get to that one in a moment. This one right here, this one sounds like probably the one that goes up there. This one is of the end of the road. So we'll put that one right there. And that leaves this one right there. Yeah, that's it. So this is the carpenter's house that we built before. Where are we at? I apparently don't have that quite built yet. I'll need a road so it will be visible. Actually, I think the carpenters, maybe right here is about where we're at right now. So that gives you an idea on there. Now I just need to map out the other 20 locations and get them up here also so that I have a full map of my base. Here we have a complete map of our base. The map's default size is 128 by 128. A base in this particular series is 250 block radius. Therefore, going from here down to about there will be the base. It'll be a circle going through about there, up here, going up to the river here because we discussed that one earlier, up to around here like so. I am going to be adding more banners here. Now there's one banner right here, but I'll be adding additional banners all throughout the base to get each of those points so that it'll be obvious where the circumference of the base is located. That's going to, of course, take some time. But now I have an idea of what the lay of the land looks like and what I may be able to do, because I could tell here that here is the center of the base. The haunted house isn't really all that far from it, which means that just about this entire bay here, I guess, is part of my base, which means this is where I could build the ship that's communicating with the haunted house. That's going to be one of my next major builds after I do stuff over here. Now here we, of course, we have the village, and where I'll be doing all my building for that. Here is, it's a birch or oak, I think it's a birch forest up there. We have a dark oak forest up there. I think the dark oak forest up there is outside the base, but this part right here is within my base. And that's where I got the dark oak that I occasionally plant over here. And I may even have some of these islands here that I might be able to utilize and find some sort of special use for. I'll need to get an exact map of what is within it and what's without it, but I think that's a nice little start for that. And I think it's a nice little start for my little underground area here, because I want to be able to have a nice passageway all the way down to the spider farm, to the cave spiders farm, as well as do what I was talking about earlier, having a hall of records in here for the town hall where people can go and get their records, and of course a nice area for the various workers who are harvesting the spider silk, because obviously that is the main operation that is being done here. Now I just need to get some stairs for the diorite and granite, but I guess I'll have to wait a few months before I'll have that. But that's it for today's episode, and next time we are going to build the town hall, and also a warehouse, because I don't have a real warehouse yet, and that I think is going to be very important for all the rest of the projects I'll be doing in the future. But that's it for today, and this is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to map responsibly.